shatter like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes, we the ones. Trying to find out. Respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out. Pull rank and file out.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First play, here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They start on the ground with Forte. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Let's go now. 72 more.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
On first down, this is Forte. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Cutler to throw. Sets up the screen to Forte. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 3rd down and 7.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Set. Nike. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now Cutler. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because
there he goes left side. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On the carry, this is Scott. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit. And now they're out executing.
And now they'll shift things around. From midfield now, here's Cutler. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try and run wide side with Peterson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
104 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
15 more yards.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
A gain of 15. First down, Vikings.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a first and 10. Cousins now. Throwing it out loud, incomplete. It's Peterson. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it, as he gets wiped out on that one.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On the gain of 3 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle.
Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A 6-yard
But I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again they run, again it's Forte. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go. 19, Tiger. 3. 18, Pioneer.
They'll try and get it with Forte. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Now give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60, 70 Ranger, 70 Mustang 19. Hey, smash.
Now they'll look to throw it with Cutler. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 8.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
But he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now it's Cutler. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 10.
79 Bronco. Ready. Nice Bronco 80. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Now Cutler. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
70 Lions.
Off the play fake. Here's Cutler. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
19 tight. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Throwing again, it's Cutler. It's caught by Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18. 18. Pioneer.
Now Cutler looking to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
70 Timberwolf.
Now it's Cutler. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
60 Eagles. 6 Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60.
To throw again is Cutler. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Following the interception, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Peterson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Cousins. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The beautiful fake. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Final play of the half. It's Cutler. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. They go play action now. Cutler. And he fires one incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19, target.
Up the gut, it's Forte. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. It looks like they'll move things around here.
7 Pirates, 18, Pioneer, Warriors 70.
Here's Cutler. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60. Let go. Hut, hut.
Now Scott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Cutler will throw. He's got it to Hilton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. At that time, a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 60, Dragon 60. Take off.
They'll try and throw for it with Cutler. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Chicago. Great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Play fake. Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Play action now. Cousins. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Go.
To throw, Cousins. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll run with Scott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. It's Cutler. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
3rd and 19.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Here's Cutler to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Cutler. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw is Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Play action. Cutler.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a give. Right side, it's Forte. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3.
Now they'll change things up.
Now Cutler.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Cutler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Throwing again, it's Cutler. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Check smash, check smash.
Here we go. It's Cutler on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Peterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Again, Peterson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now we give to Peterson running left.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Fights through it, and so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
181 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Vikings are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Time not on their side. They've got 1 timeout, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. But they need points. 1st and 10.
Over the middle, this one into the hands of Hester. Here's second and a yard.
Robert Woods. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Vikings' 39-yard line.
Cutler to throw again. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. This is Hilton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
Let's go. Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now Cutler looking to throw. And finding Davis here, the tight end. Here's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 14-yard line.
To throw, Cutler. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Dragon 60.
Now it's Cutler. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Ready up.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
79 Bronco. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Here we go. 70 Rangers. 7 Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Vikings first down.
Cousins here to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now Cousins. He's going to air this out deep for Harvin. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He's going to air this out deep for Harvin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And this This time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Minnesota, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in. I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far